Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire 2, New Orleans. That is the city of focus, isn't it, today, as our tasks, as our trains, head into the station. We need to, that's the only one we've got. We're less than 10,000 citizens away and we have to get them to 40,000. I'm still going to say this is possibly the penultimate set of tasks to do, so we'll find out what our final set of tasks are, and then we'll respond to those accordingly. We've still got some tidying up to do, haven't we, around her network that we purchased. It's not the prettiest of networks in the world. We still have a few lines that are interesting. Yeah, we've still got the express trains. I believe they're express. Yes, the De Glen, which have been upgraded to the De Glen from the class 121. I think that's her entire network had the class 121. So let's tidy that up. We can take these direct, can't we? They do have a warehouse in Atlanta. They are passing along salt and vegetables, so there's no real reason for these trains to do anything other than that. We could, of course, widen Atlanta's station, because we do have a little bit of a snarl up happening, don't we? What do we have going on here as well? Yeah, we've got some more trains that are doing some extremely bizarre movements, which I'm still trying to comprehend her planning here. Hotels, again, not needed, are they? Let's get rid of these hotels. We do not need those. We'll take the money instead. And if need be, we'll stick in something else there. But that is just excessive. Right, how many trains do we have? We have this bizarre Atlanta train. It wiggles between two rural stations and then Atlanta itself. Which, 3 trains... Do you know, I might just delete this entire line. Delete rail line. Yes, everything. We'll set all of this up. What else do we have down here? Now, we've got one that does, yeah, the same thing, but for some reason is a separate train. So we'll set this up to be how we have it, usually, and maybe address Atlanta's platforming, because it's rough, isn't it? We're going to have our main line head up there, I think, and then we'll combine this with freight. Just doubling the platform capacity would be enough for us to start with. So we're going to go in up there instead, and this bottom one is going to be freight only. Given that, we can probably go in a little more direct as well, because we head up there for whatever reason. I don't think it's required. Oh, I left us a supply tower there. I'll redo everything. I don't mind it being... Do I? Yeah, I don't mind it being 2 platforms. That's fine. We can make us a 4-track gridiron. And then we'll hook into the gridiron, I think, with our wall. And then we'll hook in direct with our corn there. I don't really mind doing this, thinking about it. This corner is excessive. I don't mind. No, we'll leave it. Don't change too much. I would like some remnants of how it was before we changed it, and kind of work with her network, providing everything is top speed, which that is not. Can we get it maximum speed? Okay, I take it back. We might change this. Yeah, I knew that wiggle would give us a few headaches. We can just go from there. Let's get the gridiron in, and then we'll figure out how we're going to connect into this. Where are you going to go up to? Just there. Right, can we have a smoother corner, perhaps, around here? Just a nice curve, gentle curve, or something like that. Yes, that's even better, isn't it? I believe we've even taken a few miles off the journey, or a fraction of a mile, perhaps. But less travel time is less travel time. It's going to make us a little bit more profit. We do plough straight through this hill, but I don't mind that either. We will have to re-signal everything where we've deleted it. Our trains will more than likely reset, but we are going to be introducing a couple of new services, and we have removed a few as well, haven't we? Right, where do you want to go now? In fact, let's pause that. We can branch directly into the gridiron. It's lovely and fast, isn't it? Yeah, that's nice and smooth. Much better. Now we're sharing less track time with other trains. And we're only heading into the station there. And then we can do something similar this side. The vegetables. Yeah, we can make this work, can't we? I don't mind these junctions. They're okay. We're going to lose a few trains here. Only temporarily. And we're gonna have this a little more direct off this main line here. We're gonna need to get rid of that. So much for keeping her network. We're ditching the lot. Do we have a supply tower on this route? I don't think we do. Well, let's tidy that up then. Should we just go in with a better angle here? Possibly. Yeah. Remove that. And those. We'll bring this in on a central platform. So it'll be those two. We'll have our other freight line. Is that maximum speed? Apparently, even though that looks like a really sharp turn, it is not sharp enough to reduce the speed of our trains. Yeah, we're going to create a large gridiron on this side and give them further options. It might mean we can add or separate our passengers and freight heading up to, it's Knoxville up there, isn't it? I believe. So that would, come on. It wouldn't snap to the right one. Okay, plenty of room for a gridiron down here. And then we can just branch off. And lay of the land, where are we sitting here? It was sort of in the right place, wasn't it? Yeah, if we go, I guess, that way round. Leave a little bit of room to slide in. I don't know whether we want to keep those trains, but we can address that, can't we? It did put them back on the line, but I believe they're the ones that do that strangeness with hotels and stuff, which we don't have anymore, thankfully. Where's our other station? Up there. Well, we can branch in from up there. That's fine. It should be fairly direct, shouldn't it? And fairly smooth. There we go. Lovely. Not every line should need replacing or rebuilding. We're just going to do a few. Atlanta was obviously having issues. They haven't grown at all. Okay, we're going to need, yes, supply towers galore on this, otherwise they will complain. We'll try and keep them separate, although that one could go there, couldn't it? Yeah, they are separate lines. And then we'll have this one up here near the station, at our salt station. We'll need some more on here. Oh, again, we could maybe do it just there, can't we? A little bit concerned because we've got this going on. So what I might do is spend the extra money, stick this a little further back. And we have one, yeah, we have one up here on separate lines, so that's not too bad. And then we'll stick this one just there. Lovely. Right, we're going to need to get us, not on those two, on this one. Get us a maintenance depot on you. Where are we running in up here? We're running in, oh, it's kind of the right place. We could have this as a freight line heading in that way and separate them, couldn't we? If it allows us to branch off here. It might do. There we go. Will that give us a nice junction? Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, let's send you up. Where did I end that? Send you up all the way to Knoxville. And we'll have that as freight only. You already did it, grand. Freight only into Knoxville. Change that to a 4-track gridiron because we are seeing a few issues as far as trains waiting to get into platforms. So this will allow us to service more trains at once. Get us all nice and signalled up. Do we have gridiron? Not gridirons, supply towers. We do have supply towers in a little bit of a strange place, to be fair. Let's move you. We'll have you close to the entrance to the station here. We're sort of keeping it how she had it. It's the same idea. We can obviously go direct up that way as well. Ensure we've got all of our signalling down here. We do. And on our new tracks. Right, we've got to set up trains, haven't we now? From our Wool. Is it Wool? I think it's Wool. Yes, Wool. Into Atlanta. Freight only. Shea Class C. Wait until 4. Confirm you. And then we'll get us a train. Oh, not build one. Train line from Lee Rest into Atlanta. Freight only. Shea Class C again. And then wait until 4. Right, that should be a little tidier. It's a few less trains around this area as well. That's going to help no end. Right, we're going to hit play. Take off these contours. See what trains it does spawn. It's the same bizarreness, isn't it? Yes. They're doing... Let's just delete them. We'll start again. Let's get rid of you. And let's get rid of you. We're going to set up a couple of freight trains. Get that all tidy. Do I want... Oh, we've got 8.8 million. Yes, I will take that. What have we got? This is company news. Bundling positive reports about the company creates a better public image. It does. The amount of bonds you can issue increases by an additional 10%. We may take a bond out. As we found out in the previous chapter, we did a little test and they don't punish you. The game doesn't punish you score-wise for having bonds. No, as it's based on your company value. Which was interesting. We don't have any trains on here. We deleted them up that end. So we shouldn't have any trains wanting to use these two lines now. I'll double check. Now we'll just set up freight only services into Atlanta. It's a short run. Freight only, Shaker Class C. Get your teeth in, grand. We might start making some deliveries. They are connected via a... Oh, there we go. They are connected via a warehouse. All for Knoxville. Not surprising. We may then have a direct line into Knoxville. Possibly another station on the other side. We don't have to purposely block the AI as they don't exist now. No, we purchased them, didn't we? Right, same with Salt. Might be heading for Knoxville as well. Freight only, Shea Class C. And wait until 4. And yes, still level 1. But you should pick up some freight. Is it all for Knoxville? Yes, it is. Not the largest demand for Salt. I'm hoping to get Atlanta growing a little bit. We set this up to wait until 4, didn't we? Yes, we did. Just double checking. Why am I focusing on Atlanta when the order of the day should be New Orleans? Well, New Orleans is at 97.7%. It's going to make little to no difference if we increase that. Oh, there we go. Finally, guys. Yes, they've recalculated their express status. They might not lose it. It just is in danger of losing it. Beaumont has grown. Well, we do have the funds, don't we? What can we buy for Beaumont? I feel like I had a plan for Beaumont. And now I've forgotten. Well, yes, they could make clothes, couldn't they? And start passing those up to Houston. I feel like Shreveport might be a better place to make clothing, but then what on earth am I going to make here? That is the question. We already make paper in Shreveport. What would you like? Beaumont. I don't know. What do teddy bears take? Toys. Well, that takes steel. But we don't really get steel direct, do we? There's no direct steel. Although saying that, you know, Shreveport could possibly make teddy bears. I sort of like this. I like the idea of someone making clothes here, and we can possibly pass it over to Houston. Should we do it? Yeah, let's make some clothes. I don't think we get a lot in the way of cloth. No, we can address that though, can't we? We've got separate freight lines down here now, don't we? That is the mixed service. Oh, do you know, we don't. Yeah, we never set up that direct freight service. Do we have freight running down here all the way to Austin? We do. We still have that train. Right. Oh, you've got a lot of goodies on. But it's fake, isn't it? Yeah, we don't really want you doing that. I know it's almost there, but it's a bit of a waste. I want to get that tidied up while I remember. Are we lacking in delivery of passengers? I would guess yes. So we could separate these to be freight. Okay, so we're going to do that. New Orleans isn't desperate for it as it drops. But yeah, I'd like that on my radar. I'm just going to keep an eye on Atlanta. Tallahassee is growing. Didn't see that coming. We kind of just threw those in as well. We still have Fayetteville to hook up. I feel like just a basic connection there would be kind of nice. Our money, well, we've improved there, haven't we? Quite a bit. 1.2 million we're making every week. What do we have research point wise? Because we did just grab something. Nothing jumps out. Most of it's blocked off anyway. We're probably going to go this way. Yes, that would be beautiful. Wait for 3 points or 300 points, 3 stars, and we'll reduce the amount of sand and water and stuff that they use, which is going to be quite a boost in our income, because you do pay for each train that fills up. Yeah, that's part of their running costs. How are we doing down here? Have we just steadied the ship a little bit down here? Yeah, they're not filling up unnecessarily now and just clogging up our stations. Everything is running quite a bit smoother where we tided. That's lovely, isn't it? Trains are just... It's busy still, but it's not as busy at the stations. It's busier travelling between them, which is much better. Our trains will now sit and wait and make sure they're fully loaded, or at least half loaded, before they set off and start busying up the city stations. It's kind of lovely at the moment, isn't it? Oh, nice mixed service there. We've got some passengers, some mail, some vegetables, and corn. What are Atlanta missing? I would like to kind of sort that out. Well, it's beer, sugar, and grain. They don't really have any grain around here, do they? Interestingly, Knoxville wants to grow. Should we let them grow? They have a library at the moment. I'll tell you what, why not? We've apparently fixed them a little bit. They're only just over the 60% mark, but yeah, we can allow them to grow. They're kind of fluctuating, aren't they? They're on the brink. Well, let's stick a university in there, and we can go from there. We have just increased their demand again, as the library reduces the requirements of goodies. Oh yes, we do have a couple of supply towers missing, but we can stick those in. We'll have one on there, and we have one on there. We did do a lot though, didn't we? I guess one on this side as well. Lovely. See if I've missed any others. Do we have anything on this line? Yes, right on that corner. We do have supply towers on that line. We do have it on the main line between Pensacola and Tallahassee. And everything else should be good. Her lines do have them. Mostly. I think we've addressed the broken down trains as well. So that's nice. Right, how can we separate these? Do we have... Yeah, these two tracks here can be our express or our freight. Our freight and then our express down on these two. So let's change all these to purely express trains, because they're running on the track I would like them to run. And then the new one will set up a few freight trains running down there, freight only. So we'll have slower, but it will be dedicated to slow freight, that entire line. Right, 4 trains, yes. Automatic, no. We're switching you over to an express. And you will now be the De Glen. Confirm you. And that should be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll set up from this Jackson station to Beaumont. Except we'll waypoint these freight trains. Oh, we made a little tunnel. That's marvellous. There we go. After Jackson, could you go that way? And then on the way back go just there. Freight only. We do need to import and export quite a bit. Especially now with the cloth. I don't really want the clothes to come back though. I feel like we can have someone making clothing over the other side. So let's edit this and not take clothes back. That seems sensible. We don't need to limit how much they're taking. We'll start with 3 freight trains. And that should be it. Right, we'll see how that goes. We'll see if that increases our income a little bit. Our money's going up really quick, isn't it? It's marvellous. How are we doing? We're not doing too bad. We may just need to fast forward it. Are you still doing okay? 93.5%. We're not doing overly terrible, are we? Are you missing anything? It still wants steel. Oh, you're up to milk, are you? Ah, yes, it was asked in the comments if we can build us an immigration office. However, we've got this bridge construction site temporarily blocking us. Oh, I butchered that word, didn't I? That. Anyway, yes, so we can't build an immigration center or office over there in New Orleans. Unfortunately, we could bring milk into play though. How much is milk going to cost us? Do you know, that's the cheapest I've seen it for a rural business at this stage of the game, so I'll take it. Should we set that up? Do we send it in direct? We do have another line there which we could use for freight. And we can also head to Montgomery, can't we? For when they need milk. And where do we want to sit with this? On there would be fine. Yeah, we could have this as a sort of pass-through. Maybe another warehouse situation. Oh, that's lovely. 0% grade and full speed. So with that in mind, that this may be some sort of distribution centre. No, not a distribution centre. You can't have that, can you, in Railway Empire 2? Technically. They just pass it across. But an interchange for freight, we could set it up with that in mind and have a double platform from the get-go. Let's get us a service heading into New Orleans then. They should take this milk immediately. Freight only. Wait until 4. Was it Atlanta that gets 0 beer? Yeah, that's interesting. We have 0 beer in Atlanta. Who's the closest who makes beer? Pensacola has grown. What on earth are you going to make? Oh, it's all go, isn't it? Well, Tallahassee. They're the ones that are going to be possibly making ceramics. But what could Pensacola possibly make? There's cheese. There's cheese to make. Who has milk over here? Do we have milk over this way? I completely forgot about cheese, guys. Yes. Beaumont could have made cheese. Well, I guess Shreveport could make cheese. They don't have a direct connection to the milk, but yeah, that is an option. Jackson could also make cheese. Whether they're in between two milk or cattle farms. Cheese is certainly a thing, isn't it? Can we get you to head into here? You're not far off, are you? Although New Orleans is going to grow, maybe they can make the cheese. Yeah, I sort of like that. Okay, so what are you going to make? We don't have any real nice ways to get steel over this way. We're a little ways from wood. We could make... Ooh, do you know what we could make? Chemicals. I like it. We don't have any chemicals. Does mean we'll have to set up that coal mine into our main line. It's not urgent. They will pass it across via roads. Okay, good. We've done a little bit. We've got a connection bonus for vegetables. Is that because Pensacola already requires vegetables? It is. Yes. Why not? Do you know, if you're going to ask us to do it, I'll do it. Or if you're going to subsidize our connection, absolutely. Do we have... No, we don't have a supply tower on the way, but we do have this line nicely separated, so we can branch in here without worrying about interfering with the mixed service. I believe it's mixed, isn't it? It might even be express, but we don't have to worry about that. That's using the middle two lines. Did we set that up? Yeah, there we go. It is indeed a mixed service. So we'll just set up a nice little freight service heading into Pensacola. They do require that. They can pass across the vegetables though, right? To New Orleans. Yeah, that is a thing we can do. So freight only. And wait until 4. And we'll get you running. We do have a maintenance yard on there. Are we going to see New Orleans grow before the end of the episode? I think so. I'd like to end with that, even if we just fast forward it. And we'll get this connection bonus shortly. This will be their vegetables soon. 40,000, yes, as soon as we get the achievement. There we go. Plenty of milk on the way. That's going to boost their fulfillment of demand up. You're not really missing out on anything else, are you? I would like to somehow... Yeah, I would like to somehow get some beer shifted up there. We apparently don't get any. Well, we could send it from Nashville. We've got Tallahassee and New Orleans. Although we don't have a connection direct, do we? We do not. There we go. We got our bonus. Well, Tallahassee then. If we branch... Can we go out the back? Oh, I mean, I guess. Why not? We could go out of the front too. We connect on to there. We're going to have a nice little direct connection from... Or a mixed service from Tallahassee. And we'll come in... I guess, on that line. Yes. Keep away from our dedicated freight. It's a 1% grade. Is it necessary? There we go. We've got an extra 0 on there. What about you? An extra 0 there. We gain some 1s back. 0, 0, 0. Beautiful. I feel like we can get away with all 0s. Nope, we're going the other way. That's fine. That's fine. We're slightly uphill. Oh no, what have I done there? I thought I'd lost it. I panicked a little bit. Right, let's get you built. Now, we've got plenty of room here. Yes, before that gridiron. So we'll send this all the way in there. And we'll just have a 2-track gridiron for this. As it's a dedicated line. We're not going to pass trains over at this station. There we go. And we'll get you with a supply tower down that end. And we'll set up a mixed service into... Oh, not you. Into Atlanta. That should fix that, shouldn't it? Automatic, Brooks Mogul. And we'll go with 2. Because they're going to need quite a bit of beer, aren't they? It does mean we'll need to set this up shortly. I would like to see beer heading to Atlanta. There we go. Marvellous. New Orleans, how you doing? We got you back up to 96.8%. Let's go with a little bit of fast forward. Let everything settle down a bit. We're 2,000 away. We haven't got to do this until 1880. We've only just ticked into 1877. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we've got a money burner going on here, interestingly. Is that a crossover, though, from our previous setup? It might be. It's only going to deliver corn to Montgomery, isn't it? Yes, although Montgomery might pass it over to New Orleans if we give them a separate line. Is this the freight or is this the express? The express is on the outside, so we could have another freight line / mix service going direct to New Orleans, which I guess technically we could branch in here, couldn't we? And just send it up that way. I don't mind that. Yeah, we've got these extra platforms up here, and we can just give us a nice 2-track gridiron. I sort of like it. It's going to lighten the load a bit on any of our other services that are passing passengers across. And thankfully, we still have the 2-track maximum selected. So let's send you from Montgomery to New Orleans. We have sugar over there as well. And put you on automatic. Yes, let's go automatic. 2 trains, and we'll see what you do. At the very least, it's going to take extra passengers and mail for us as it completely fills it up. Cotton farm near Fayetteville. It's not a bad price. Go on. We'll take it. We'll set that up. I do want to set up Fayetteville. And they do make cloth as well up this northern end, don't they? Which we could send round to Oklahoma. That is the plan, possibly, for the next episode then. And New Orleans is... right, guys. We're going to find out what our final tasks are shortly. We're so close. I don't know how much you're ticking over. Oh, look at that. Dear, oh dear. We're only 37, 36. Oh, no, we're done.
Not only our route can benefit from the connection to New Orleans, we can give something back to the city, too. Excellent. All the necessary materials have been delivered. Now we can finally advance into the swamps. My company, the Southern Pacific, has almost completed the route between Los Angeles and Austin. Soon our networks can be connected, and the new transcontinental route will be completed. Now the Texas and New Orleans is bigger than ever before. I think we can chalk this up as your personal achievement. Our company dominates. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. I am impressed. Your network is paying for itself much faster than estimated.
Well, he had to say his lines for a whole bunch of things that we did. As soon as our final set of tasks come up, we have completed one of our compulsory tasks, which was to buy General Donovan's company out, which was the easier of the two. And we have almost got 6 cities with 80,000 or more citizens, and we have a couple of cities that are growing quite rapidly. We've done 2 of our 3 optional tasks. One was to put all of our competitors out of business, which we did regardless. Have a balance of 500,000 per week. We were up to 1.2 last time we looked. And connect Fayetteville, pretty much, would be what we do at the beginning and the next. Could we do that now? I would like to get it out the way. No, we'll save it. We'll save it because then we can set up all this goodness, can't we? Alright guys, we are New Orleans bound. I thought that was apt. It's the new line we sent up from Montgomery. We have our final set of tasks, which are going to be achieved quite easily. Famous last words, perhaps. The only struggle I see would be ensuring we find that final city to grow to 80,000. So that'll be the order of the day. We're going to connect up Fayetteville at the beginning, so we can rest easy, knowing that our optional tasks are complete without us accidentally completing it. Although one of them's to build a short line. was it direct between New Orleans and somewhere, wasn't it? Beaumont, I believe. So yeah, we can do that possibly quite easily now and go over the swamp. We'll have to take a look. Looking forward to it. So, final episode for the chapter coming up. Guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.